All right, we're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly of Alien Earth. Let's get on it. That's right, friends. I'm the man you may know as Z from Our Reviews Will Kill You, and I'm a bit of an alien buff, not gonna lie. I have an Alien Queen Funko Pop right here, and I've watched every single Alien and Predator piece of garbage you've ever heard of. So I would consider myself a bit of an alien-ish expert, a lore expert a little bit. Because I have an idea. I'm even a little bit familiar with the comic books, with Dark Horse Comics. So this was a unexpected positive, in my opinion, to get an Alien movie. I don't understand why people have so much trouble understanding the concept behind this. And I think the issue is that Ridley Scott muddled things up. So what we have here is the TV series on FX, and I've seen episodes 1 and 2. And while I am okay with them so far, I have noticed some pretty glaring issues that I'm not real thrilled about. The writing, even though the guy who did Noah Hawley, the same guy who did Fargo, the television series, which is good at times and real bad at times. So I'm not 100% convinced about this guy, but he does some good work. But some of this is just written kind of incompetently, so I'm a little concerned. But either way, let's talk about the good. The good, the cinematography, the action, the way it looks. The score, while not memorable, is effective. So all that's good. I like that. I like some of the acting so far. It's not bad. They've cast a couple people who look exactly the same, so that is confusing. And this girl who's a stand-in for Ellen Ripley is okay so far. She's not great. I don't understand if you're going to put yourself in like the ideal body, why you would make it look like a 30-year-old mid chick, but whatever. So anyway, here's the plot. Let's just talk about the plot real quick. It's going to be a little spoilery, but I'm just going to give you some clarity because it's very convoluted in the first episode and it gives you a little clarity by the end. Long story short is Weyland-Yutani. I don't even know if they exist as Weyland-Yutani at this point. It sounds like it's just Yutani. And they have a deep space frigate called the USS Maginot that is out there collecting alien specimens. Apparently actual aliens. And some other weird stuff. Which reminds me a little bit too much of the Ridley Scott stuff. So anyway, they're basically telling you that, oh, the alien's not the most deadly thing out there. There's a lot of deadly stuff out there. It just so happens they picked up the alien too. Which is not the point. The point is kind of like the alien's the perfect killing machine. And these other things seem pretty capable of killing people like normal, which I don't... It diminishes the idea of the alien. It also diminishes the idea that their life is fairly barren out there in the universe. And apparently, according to them, it's abundant. There's all sorts of weird stuff, like weird ticks and weird plants that hang from ceilings. I don't know. Because the life cycle of the alien is so specific. It's so parasitic. It's just this perfect creation, right? So what I'm running into here is you have these 4 companies, I guess, that are vying for control over the known universe. And it's very strange because what you have is Yutani and then this boy trillionaire, and I guess Weyland has their own company. And there's this fight between synthetics and cyborgs and then whole hybrids, right? And that's where I don't like the whole Ridley Scott high-mindedness of all of it, right? Alien was a horror movie, a space horror movie, cosmic horror. Aliens by James Cameron is a war movie in space that includes horror elements to it. Alien 3, straight horror movie. And then you get Ridley Scott coming back to the franchise. You start questioning the existence of humans and what does it mean to be human and were we created by other life and blah, 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 blah. I appreciate the idea that he tried to, with Prometheus and Covenant, come back and come up with these different ideas. because you're not trying to just redo the same thing over again. I just don't think what he added was very coherent, right? So what you have is this blend of, oh, I like the old ideas, but I also want to explore Ridley Scott stuff, even though I'm not including anything from Prometheus or Alien Covenant as canon. Okay, that's very confusing. So you have this ship crashes into Earth, this deep sea ship full of specimens crashes into Earth, and you have a bunch of kids who are dying of cancer. Let's just call them all dying of cancer because I don't care. And they get put into synthetic bodies. So now, are they humans? Are they not? I don't care. They act like numbskull children. So the children are like, the one of them, the Ellen Ripley stand-in, she has a brother that she's been monitoring, and her brother is at the crash site. So she's like, I want to go to the crash site. That's super exciting, right? So she goes to the crash site, and then it becomes like a whole thing. And they're exploring, and the alien can kill people in like 2 seconds. Which it didn't do before. It can kill like 30 people in like 2 seconds. Everyone in this is so incredibly stupid. They even say this whole thing about, oh, keep up with us because we're fast. While they walk extraordinarily slowly and have very long, dull conversations about their childhood. Explain this to me, people. I thought Noah Hawley was a good writer, and I am sorely mistaken. The only thing I want to put out from an article perspective, they want to talk about how cool the kills were on Screen Rant. Oh, okay. One of the best sci-fi horror franchises of all time. That is a lie, sir. That is a lie. Only Alien and Alien 2 are any good. Everything else is absolute garbage. Alien vs. Predator sucks. Alien vs. Predator Requiem sucks. Predator's amazing. One of the greatest action movies of all time. Alien 1, Alien 2, Alien 3. David Fincher's a little underrated, but it has its flaws. Alien Resurrection, while fun and campy, is not very good. And then you have everything else. Predators is one of the worst movies ever made. And then you have, no, not Predators. Predator, the one with Olivia Munn is real terrible. The one that was directed by Robert Rodriguez, I actually enjoyed. I thought there was some real interesting thoughts there where they take them to an alien hunt or a predator hunting ground, which I thought was cool. And it gave Adrian Brody a chance to show that he could be an action star, even though that never really panned out for him. He just went back to making weird, quirky movies and winning Academy Awards, right? So anyway, what do they say? Some of the coolest kills? I just don't understand. My favorite scene, though, is a non-kill scene. And I'll leave it at this, is this dude restrains the alien, which is awesome, by shooting with electricity. And then he sticks it in a bag. And then he starts hauling his sack around. And he's got this sack of alien. And somebody goes up to him with a gun. Even though he should have been holding a gun the whole time. Somehow they get the drop on him. You know, the guy who got the drop on an alien. And he's a cyborg. And he's like, yeah, it's breaking out of my sack, bruh. And then it's like, yeah, bruh. Put your hands behind your back, bro. And then he's like, you got big problems, man. And then the alien kills like 30 people. So I like that part with the sack. I think the plot so far is kind of foolish. I like the theme of the Lost Boys, but I think the kids are so moronic, it doesn't work for me so far. Either way, it's just okay. I give it like a 7 out of 10, I guess. I don't know. It's worth watching if you're an Alien fan. Let's keep going. Let's keep it moving. We're okay. We could take this. Let's keep it up, folks. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Are you a big Alien fan? Are you a big Predator fan? Do you think they're going to coexist? I don't like all the other fauna and creatures that are killers just as bad as the aliens. If everything can kill humans as easily as aliens, then why am I afraid of an alien? Why would I be afraid of it? The xenomorph. Why would I be afraid of it? So let me know what you think in the comments down below. In the meantime, catch our shorts. We review all sorts of crazy stuff that you probably never even heard of, including some anime and some documentaries and all sorts of crazy stuff. 10-second shorts. You're going to enjoy them. Live streams Friday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come join the party. Love all y'all, but I'm on to the next one.
Thanks for catching the video. Be sure to join our channel to get the education you deserve. Make sure you check out our shorts, live streams, and catch us on all the socials.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.